Alright. Time to catch up to yesterday's prompt. Yesterday's prompt was salty. Well, let's do something a little bit more conservative today. How should we do this today? I guess, ooh, my hand is still pretty stiff. And just draw a classic. I don't think I've ever drawn a salt shaker. Probably. What the heck? Low? Thanks. Weird. I think the bot's not working anymore. Alright. Salt shaker. I was thinking of a little bit more of a complex prompt, but I have a... Hello there, Bronze. What's up? What's up? Get this stuff lined up. Salt shaker. Doing all right? Sounds excellent. Oh, right. Yes, salt shakers are kind of like... we'll get it on the next one. Kind of like curved in a little. Next time. Oh, wait. Yeah. Hold up. Right. So... Alright. Let's get a little bit more dynamic here. Kind of like... think we should like keep it closer here. I guess we would be able to see. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna make this empty. Maybe we should fill it up with something funny. But that would take a really long time. I have some ideas. Would I be able to? I just looked up Salt Shaker online and there's so many shapes. Yeah. We're gonna try to do the classic one, I guess. I do have a twist on it, but I mean the problem is I need to make these two faces bigger for it to work. All right, this is the process. We have to clean up all the time, so you have to make this like a glass looking. Can be a lot of. Okay, so we're gonna use these guidelines, but we're probably gonna end up removing them. Alright, so this line, and then we have like the line, or like the top part, like the crown will be like we're selling on something like this. Right, that's settled. I need this face to be big enough to put in, maybe not. So we want it substantially big. So this is where the creases go. One of the, I guess we should at least incorporate the edge. Say this is the edge. Can I fit this in here? It'd be a little tough making this look like it's protruding. Oh, and it's at an angle. Okay, I got a better idea. Let's make this like we're looking at it head on. But what would this, so I have to imagine how this would look like. So kind of like I see. So I'm imagining the thing. Actually kind of subtle to imagine it that way. You're just pushing it a little back. Okay. Oh no. Not the operation I want. Dang it. Okay. Reapply. How do I... Do you do art, Bronze? Are you doing this Inktober craziness like I am? I am behind by a prompt. I took a weekend to... Had some stuff to do for a weekend. We're a day behind. We'll get it done. What does Inktober? So, it's kind of an internet thing. I don't really know too much of the history behind it, but every October, there's a list of prompts, one for each day, and it's to more or less celebrate doing art for the prompts. Really, I guess if I had to guess, it meant literal ink, so like practical art. But you know, you can still do the same thing digitally. I do it for fun. Last year, someone I know suggested it on a whim, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's just do it every day. So today's prompt is not salty, but yesterday's prompt was salty. So I'm doing yesterday's prompt right now. The goal is, you know, try to keep up, survive the day. So right now, I'm doing an interpretation of salty. Or I'm trying to conceptualize salty. The goal is to be efficient. I keep myself to maybe, I try to keep myself to like 3 hours. But it doesn't always happen that way. And usually, my ulterior motive is to get myself to do different things every time, to kind of like improve my tool set, my skill set. Mess around with different tools I haven't used, sort of, a lot of times, and different styles, different art studies, because it's not meant to be complete pieces, which is something that I haven't done in a while, doing pieces. But it's a lot of fun just messing around with different ideas. I like being a little, I like to throw a little jab here and there in the abstraction. It's kind of my thing. Usually I throw a little bit of fourth wall stuff here and there. My jam. It usually starts off pretty rough, like trying to come up with the make this a regular thing. The first couple days were a bit rough, and now we're like really getting into the groove. Although I had like a bit of a meet and greet just recently, and quite took a lot of energy, so now I'm trying to like get back, do this. Yeah, not in a long time, but most of my art is just me going outside and drawing, and I see buildings or that's fantastic. Grab the ye old reliable sketchbook and go to town. When I was doing the meet and greet this weekend, I had the opportunity to just sit in someone's backyard and just look at trees, like break down the forms of the shadows and stuff of the trees, just take it in, like how elegant but yet complex certain things are. You can I was just practicing like simplifying the shapes, imagining the different layers of shadowing, like the midtones. That was nice. I didn't have a sketchbook on me, but I don't have too many things in the form of practical instrumentation. But I also started doing digital art not too long ago. I did like on and off now for 2 years maybe, but it's very rare that I'm doing artwork. I make an exception for Inktober just because of what happened last year. It was very rewarding. I learned a lot of different techniques or different stylizations that help with making stuff or like online content and whatnot. I would. This is my that kind of looks like a hamburger, doesn't it? That looks like a very scrumptious hamburger. On top of a, so right now this object kind of looks like a hamburger on top of a stone pedestal. like someone decided that to get XP in a video game, you have to eat this hamburger that's presented here. Like you could we could add some sparks, you know, like ta-da, you know, like wait, see, you can like add a few, like we have to add a few shine rays and then like a star here. Look, it's a hamburger item. And then put some sesame seeds on here, because this is a sesame seed bun, right? Man, that prompt would be We're gonna have to save that idea for the future. Gamer do be thinking that way. Alright. But these are guidelines. So I'm using these as guidelines for like shadowing and perspective. So they're not actually part of the piece. I'm just drawing and seeing where the lines are. Where I would like, so I can get some shapes in and figure out where I want it. But the idea behind this prompt is salty, right? There we have this new age use of the word salty, which is losing and or feeling a little bit miffed, you know, like the salty run back and whatnot. But really, when I hear people getting salty or like feeling a little bad, you know, getting knocked down every once in a while, I think of experience. So that's why I'm putting the experience on there. To be salty, to be angered, to be passionate about a loss is also to gain experience. So while it might look like an experience potion, the iconic shape of a salt shaker will give it away that I'm really referring to salt. Although it would be interesting to hear what other people see first when I finish this. I like double meanings and a story behind it. So I tend to draw something, even the most benign, mundane objects would have a story to tell about it. And then I like to think that people have different interpretations of, like, I like to think that the artwork elicits different feelings. So, alright. So I think we're gonna have to draw straight lines. We're not gonna rely on these sketch lines, but I'm drawing how fat, sort of, like where my edges are in the glass. I don't think I'm gonna draw salt in it. We'll just make the glass like really artsy fartsy, opaque kind of look. Our letter does have to get smaller though. We're not gonna be able to fit. Maybe it'll get like this too big? It might be. Oh, you know what I have to do? I also have to make these like narrow in to the top. So I've drawn the center line of each of the bases of this salt shaker. Typically salt shakers are a little bit like hexagonal, but they also taper. So like the lines would taper like this. Like the edges would taper up. And then there would be like, you could see the reflection. There should be another like edge reflection down here. But they would taper. I'm imagining them tapering into a triangle like this. That's how I see the lighting. So now we have to make room, right? So I don't, except for the edges. I think the edges are gonna look flat. So it's gonna be like this. I don't know if it gets to the top. Maybe it does. It's a little less subtle, so we're just gonna do like something like those are gonna be our guidelines. Now it looks like a paper cut. Yeah. So that's the best part about watching the art process, you know? Like and this is gonna look like sesame seeds. I wonder how good my circle drawing them. Just try. Not too many. Oh, and we have to make these properly like oblong shape because of the perspective. So the perspective is like shifted upward. And then now we're trying to, let's do some guidelines. So we're doing a rung. This is one of the rungs. Like salt shakers have like these thread pieces. So we have to accommodate this roundness on the thread. And then this would be one of the edge lines. Yeah. So we want to, I don't know how I make it a little more dynamic. Yeah, we'll just do 2 rungs and then the top. Okay. I think that's it for details. We already have the guidelines, and then I need to make these protrude. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna need a contact. I can sort of see this, right? Yes. Actually, we only see this, right? And then we'll see this side. And then we'll see this side, right? So the X is the X is like sticking out. So then we need these lines because these are going to be like the reflection shadows, and this side it's sticking out the other way because the wall is facing. So we want to do something like this. Will we see the top? Not particularly, but we'll see it here a little. Yes. Yeah, no. I might see this part though. Yeah. All right. So let's get rid of the top one, and it still looks like a burger. I understand. It still looks like a burger on the best. I can't unsee. All right. But we do need a slight perspective change here. Make the pencil a little bit longer and a little bit more narrower. Wait, let's make it longer. Then we want to make the whole thing a little bit more narrow. Okay. So we got a pretty decent thing to work with. So now let's get something clean. That reminds me of those little gummy SpongeBob burger candies for some reason. That's fair, actually. That's fair. It really does look like a burger. Oh, I think oh no, maybe it should be a little fatter. No, this is too thick. I mean too thin. Let's make like, okay, no. Hold. The perspective on the top should be a little bit flatter. So we gotta stop making this look like a burger. Alright. Now we have a flat burger. And then This part should be slightly tapered out. Let's extend this. At the moment, I'm fixing the perspective on the, because we're kind of like looking a little bit. It's kind of like a little down, and it's like tilted towards us. So I'm making sure that the stuff aligns, and then this is coming down further, like so. Okay. All right. I think we're pretty satisfied with the perspective lines. So once the color comes in, it'll seem a bit more reasonable. So those are all like the lines that I want. And now let's draw just like a cleaner. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just drawing a very clean, a lot cleaner lines so I can do my painting and stuff. I think we're gonna use oil today. We're gonna do like a oilish looking painting. I like what I tried to do the other day. So we'll do that. Get into doing animation for first time? Oh yeah? What are you using? Any what do you want to animate? I have a little bit of animation, only 2D animation experience. Little is more like conceptually I'm fairly okay with the foundations, but I haven't used anything extensively or did a project extensively yet. Or made a extensive project. I haven't really done most things extensively, like in terms of making a really big piece. It's largely still a hobby for me. What are you planning to do? Who needs accurate perspective, right? P for perspective. Let's take the brush, do a little hand waving. Call it a day. All right, there's our clean line. We won't draw the circles yet. So these are our guidelines for our salt shaker. It's slightly lopsided, but it kind of gives it some character. All right, let's see if we can get it. I think we're gonna do like the black holes on the top. A little. We're gonna do the black holes on top. Glass requires a lot of repetition. All right, so how do we make something look like an interesting glass piece? And I think we're gonna use wet stuff today. I think it's loose enough that I can just finagle with. Let's go with like a slight. I'm looking at like an example, a reference for like a non like transparent. Whoops. Yep, that's good. We like it. Okay. That's color block. So we have the color block. What's it called? I'm not going to really use programs. I'm going to try to animate. You mean like a flip book? Oh, okay. And you, yeah, yep. Yeah, so you're gonna do the flipping and frame, cell, like a cell coloring flip approach where you flip, replicate it, then when you go back you can line up the cells to create the motion. Yeah, that's fair. Ye old animation. So you're a practical artist? Wait for it to dry, then put it in background. Yeah. Yep. You can still do that digitally, like a flip book as well. It would be the same process, except each page could be duplicated. So there is like lots of these softwares also come with the flip book, as opposed to doing it like a an animation reel with an onion skin and whatnot. You could literally you could trace all of it if you want again. But yes, it's a good imitation. So right now, what I'm trying to imitate right now is what oil does on a canvas. It's the closest thing I can say about these particular ones. It's not visible, but it's behind me. I have a few brushes. Sometimes I do cell shading, so it would be like very striking, like this, right? You would take like different palettes and you would do cell shading with like three different layers, darker, lighter, and then, or You're doing cell animation? Okay, yep. That's what I would expect from someone. Yeah. And then the technique now, you know, in like the digital age, the technique is still there. It's still referred to as cell shading, but now it's the copying part, the layering on top. It's just, you know, on the digital front, it's just replicated by itself. But yes, the cell shading technique is the same one that I'm referring to, that Walt Disney and others pioneered. I'm not doing a cell shaded piece today, but yeah, so you can, you know, quite literally do and mimic it. And then you know, there's pencil drawings, right? There's pencil drawings, so you can do you can do pencil drawings, which is like sketchbook like things, right? So this would be the alternative. And then today I'm doing wet. So there's watercolor. I haven't done a watercolor yet for Inktober. I've done like a few last year on watercolor, but I haven't really figured out if I'm going back to those brushes or not. Not yet. I've not determined that. Like an example of a pencil drawing is what I did yesterday, which is this one. I like paper too, but I don't have to physically like the paper. I like to abstract the paper, so I don't necessarily have to feel the paper in order to imitate the paper, so to speak. And personally, physical materials, I don't have storage for, and practical reasons. For practical reasons, I typically don't collect a lot of materials. So digital art makes it convenient that not everyone has the luxury of storage and whatnot. So I don't typically collect many practical tools. The process is quite similar, but it comes with not needing. It's Chicken Little, yeah. And then here's an example of an oil painting. I did this yesterday. I'm catching up because I'm 2 days behind. So day 15 was this. So you're kind of going for, this was my second oilish thing, wet thing, at least for this month or this year. This is Tuk Tuk. It's one of the scenes. It's Tuk Tuk from The Last Dragon, Raya the Last Dragon. I brought up some disappointment feelings for someone I know. That movie kind of disappointed that person. Alright. So, going for a more silvery thing? For a more silvery thing. Maybe. It goes straight to white. So let's try this. Okay. It's kind of fun watching like when I do the line art, when it starts, it looks like the stuff of nightmares. Like takes a while for me to get it. So in that way, when I like draw these line arts and stuff, that wouldn't, you know, that would be the biggest differentiating factor between practical art and digital art, where I go through all these permutations. But I mean, conceptually, it helps me refine the stuff literally. So I do the refinements literally as opposed to trying to get it right Uh. Hmm. All right. So let's think about this. This is relatively. This would be relatively straightforward, I think. Oh no. Did I pick this one? Yes. So, okay. So where are we picturing the light? Is it going through our thing? Probably. We could picture light coming through the glass from behind. And let's make it like a different color. So right now, let's just hand wave and do some occlusion. Right? I don't have to be crazy. It'd be brighter in these spots. It would be brighter. Then maybe include a little here. Which is like eyeball a few places right now. Guess we're gonna throw a little bit here. We'll give it like a direction too. Oh no. Oh wait. Whoops. For a moment I thought I was the wrong. Be more dynamic, right? Let's go. This looks more like watercolor. Mm, yeah, kind of. The watercolor that I'm specifically, it is wet for sure, but the watercolor that I'm more familiar with is the blotchy ones, like the pooling ones. So something like this. These kind of things. But yeah, it's still wet. It's a wet brush. I'm sure you know, but I'm telling you what I'm considering as watercolor color digitally. So it's not. I mean, unless you're telling me you're also digitally watercolor. Different worlds, different mediums. Hmm. Uh, do you smear a lot when you watercolor? I'm actually kind of curious. I haven't ever watercolored, practically speaking. Does this smear a lot? Because that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm just like smearing around a little bit here and there. It's not really blending. I'm just smearing it around to get an interesting looking. You can look at pictures of water. That's what I'm doing because I really use. I mean, yes, but well, you're kind of suggesting that you're a very experienced artist, so with watercolor. So I don't have to look around if I could just simply ask someone, right? To me, it would not seem like watercolor would smear this way. They would pool, but not smear. Hmm. All right. So that doesn't look the way I thought it to. I have to go a bit. Probably let's imagine. Let's imagine for a second. Should take this out. Just imagine oh, dang. I didn't mean to do that. Wait. Wasn't on the same. Let's try this again. You're on 8 years, so I'm a little, but yeah. Thanks. Good luck. Good luck with your drawing endeavors. Mm-hmm. Take care. Okay. This one's gonna be a little tricky. How do we do this? Man. Do something like hmm. Okay. All right. Oh, that was not the color that I was looking for. All right. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Hey, that's okay. It's kind of. What? Honestly, I don't really know what I'm doing. Let's see. I think we chose too light of a color, so that's a problem. Oh, that didn't produce what I. Maybe it's this. We're just spitballing ideas. Just spit it all out. Katui. Get that spitballing idea out. Alright. Okay. All right. We need to like maybe. Whatever this color is. Nope. That color is too light. I wanna kind of want to like smooth it out. Probably okay, just. Um. Okay. Oops. Dang it. I knew that was gonna happen. I'll explain that. Okay. And we could make it look even more interesting by mm, mm, okay. Remember, folks, it's all about the volume. Just trying to. Just gotta keep the volumes in the places you kind of want some contrast with. You know, basically, you just want to avoid, well, at least I want to avoid oversaturating everything. But we can use green as an alternative light. I was going to use yellow-ish green stuff. But you just go where there's like less saturation. I totally screwed that up there. So we kind of want to go and add give it a little form. Wow, introducing an interesting color to our piece here. All right, just add a little yellow too, I guess. I really do like yellow with green. As like a little, it's like a brighter. Okay. And okay, so now we do first we want to do do some gray. Okay. Nope. Okay. Oops. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Oops. How long did that take? Hour and a half? 90 minutes? Not too bad. Hmm. We're getting a little bit better at, we're definitely getting a little bit better at, doing different interesting, like, creating different interesting color combinations. And then making stuff look interesting. Like, using painting to make things look a little bit interesting. So what is this? This is the... I'm largely winging it now, as opposed to thinking about it. I'm just filling it out. Is this 17? Yeah, this is 17. It's a very exotic looking... It's a very exotic looking salt shaker. Salt shaker. Alright. No. I was thinking about doing the next prompt today. But it's scrape. And scrape is kinda hard. I was gonna make a Slay the Spire joke about scrape. But what do you think of my salty offers? Do you feel the salt? I think I'm getting I'm getting progressively paintier as we're going. It's still quite a bit sloppy though. I can't seem to get the wet brush to look less sloppy. There's some rough edges where I have too much contrast. Like a lot of the blue occlusion spots. That could be a lot neater. Maybe I'll go back next time with a super dark fine liner. A little bit more solid. Now the lighting really makes sense. Probably not. But it's chaotic enough that it doesn't have to make sense when it's chaotic, I think. I do like the green with the slight yellow. I am a fan of green with slight yellow accents. Alright. I've learned that I can just splash paint on the canvas and it kind of looks alright. I did not do the edges properly on thing, but it was a little loosey-goosey. 90 minutes. Solid take. Day 17. I will save... I will try to double prompt up another day. So we're only one day behind. It's not too bad.